Hi, Internet viewers, Frank Rauscher again. We're still marching on with the mouse, and we did the one side pretty well. Now I'm going to go to the other side and basically do the same thing. So this is going to be sort of, I think we'll almost wrap it up on shaping it on this video. And then we'll probably get into painting, or no, not quite. We have the eyes to do, and I may do that, and then get you somewhat primed into on the next video. But we'll shape this out completely on this one. And I'm trying to do this as a short setup for the videos, you know, not where it's so long with the birds and so on. You can get really involved. These are just little short ones to do. So we got the one side done. This side here is pretty much out, and we'll modify the other side to mimic this one, and I'll show you how to do that. And then that'll, I think, complete the shaping and so on. So I'm going to get into it. One thing I want to say to you, if you enjoy these videos, I would ask you if you can give me a thumbs up, and if you can subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that too. It's really helpful in the count in YouTube. That's great. And if there's anything you need, I do have a catalog available, and you can get that from me. It's Rauscher is my email address, and it's Rauscher, R-A-U-S-C-H-E-R, Frank, F-R-A-N-K, 7@gmail.com. I can send you a catalog out. You can select what you like. I have all different birds and animals and so on, and I'm trying to add more on as I go. I've done a lot over the years, and I'm trying to update these, and I apologize if they look a little like handwritten in spots, because things have changed. I do handle equipment and supplies. The kits are available for like the mouse, and I also have for the birds or any of the other projects I've done that you see on the videos here. And I'll gladly get the catalog out to you. And I do ship through the post office, and I do take credit cards, PayPal, and checks if you're looking for payment as well. So on any of that, if you contact me, I could get that out to you. And if you're interested, you can talk to me. I'll try to guide you into what you need. If you need bits or machinery or just anything. Most of the stuff that I use, I sell, and I could at least guide you in those directions. And if I don't have it, I will put you on to what I think is a good supplier and so on. So I hope this is helpful for you. And we're going to continue on with the mouse, shaping it on the other side. And I think we'll probably wrap it up, I hope, as far as the shaping today, okay, on the mouse. And then we'll do the final things. And I'll give you some ideas where you want to get a little crazy. You know, my finished one is like this. I call it a smoothie because there's not that much other than the shaping. And once we shape it, then we paint it. And I'll show you that too. That'll be another video. And then for those that want to go really crazy, like I usually do, I have this one, which was all burnt. So it looks like it's got the hair on it and so on. And I could tell you how to do that as well. So I'll show you that one, and we'll get you going on that too, if you want to do that. I think the gray one is simple enough, and it's a smoothie type. And what I mean is you just paint it, and it serves the purpose, I think, and it's cute because as we have, these are like little items that sit on the glass or something like that. So they're like a talk piece, you know, or a unique piece where you can have fun with it with your friends or something like that. And so I hope you're enjoying it, and we're going to proceed on. So bear with me. Okay, we're back at it. The one thing, and I always tell you, even as much as it's not so much detailed, I have optivisors. I also have ones that have a couple lenses hooked up to it, plus a light, if anybody needs any of these. These are for magnification, and I find it very helpful. So if anybody's looking for them, definitely contact me. I do have them available. And, you know, I wear them most of the time. You don't see me on the screen here because I'm behind the screen itself. But I wear them a lot, and it helps. And like I said, I'm not going to be a young chicken, but I do see pretty good for the most part. All right, what I'm going to use again is the Ruby Flame. And if anybody's interested in these bits, I do have those available. And in the same way with the pear, I have the Ruby pear, and I like these too. But if you got bits from me before, the diamond bullet will work, or even I have this is a diamond flame. That'll work as well. Just trying to give you different options that you could use. But the flame is going to get me into the tight areas, and that's why I'm using something with a point and not something so rounded. This is great for rolling things over. This is for getting into tight areas. For those who, I don't really talk it too much, but this is the RAM micro grinder, and it works like this. This is a hand piece that I click towards myself and the bit comes out. This also has a collet on it that you can slip in and out real fast. It goes from 1/8 to 3/32. This is a 3/32 bit. I slide it in wherever you want to have it sticking out so far. I like it right there. And I click away from myself. And then the box I have here has a speed control and everything else, and then it's got an off-on switch. And that's what I'm using, and I prefer these, okay? So, here we go. We had, and again, we've had this is our arm, or leg, however you want to look at it. It comes across here and up to here. And then we have this other foot. Let me shut this off a second. And we have this leg here coming down, straight down. Then it comes over, drops down, and gives it the shape back in here. And that's all in the pattern here. And like I expressed to you on the last video, another viewer had mentioned to me, he gets the pattern, then cuts out this outline of the mouse and uses graphite paper, lays that down on top of this. And when you first start out, you have a flat surface like this. And you can get that cutout, put it on there, put the graphite paper in, and then outline it with a ballpoint pen, and all that gets transferred right on. So if you have difficulty drawing, that's an easy way to get out of it. I should have indicated that to you before. I was showing you how I draw these and the measurements and so on. They're all to scale, so when I lay that piece right on there, that's exactly how it is. And when I turn it this way, it's exactly. So this is full size, and it gives you all 4 views of the mouse. And if anybody wants any of these, I have the patterns available. Also the kits where you get the eyes, the pattern, and the basswood blank. So if you're wanting to try it, it's a lot of fun, and I do have them available. So here we go. I undercut here before, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to come down through here. Okay. And I'm trying to keep the pencil line, so I don't want to lose it. Now on this piece here, where the paw comes down, I'm going to just undercut that a little bit right on the pencil line here, right there. And this is similar to what we did on the other side, but we're doing it again. I'm trying to get you to all the sides, and I'm leaving the pencil line around, and I'm undercutting all along here, coming around. Excuse me. Getting this right in here. Now what I'm looking for is a rise and fall from the base up to the top here of about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, in this area right here. This, not as much. You don't have to go as deep, but I'll show you how we raise it, okay? Now, for where I undercutted this, it has a little bit of a channel. So what I do with the flame, I come in and I sort of get the material rolling away so that that back leg sticks up, okay, and it rises up. So I'm going to do that as best I can. Now, let me get a pencil in here again so you can see everything. And I'm going to try to stay within camera range. I know. Did I do that correctly, or did I get in trouble here? Let me take a look at my original here. Yeah, this comes over here a little bit. I gotta get this in play here. Right here, and this came across here. I'm just gonna go back in and put my pencil line in so you could see the depth of cut where I can. Now, I blend all the material away from that channel I just made coming around here as best I can, okay? I can't say I get it all, and this isn't the bit to do everything. And then from here, I'll roll that up, but the best one to do on that is the pear, which is this shape. Okay, once you get into this, to get it away from that edge right there, this will do it, and then the pear rounds everything off. Now, up in here, remember we cut this leg and paw in right here, and what I want to do is blend this off in here. So I'm going down into that valley and taking some of the material and rounding it over. Then I'm going to go a little deeper again, just to let it project up a little bit more, because I don't think it's deep enough. And I come in here, hope I'm not going out of camera range again. So you can see I've got some depth in here. There's a little bit of thickness, and it comes down here and it comes here. I've got to come across right here and clean this up. I never did get that done before, but I'm coming in here. Yeah, that's something. Let's see. See, what I'm trying to do on this side is this comes over down and stops right there. And this area here where this pawl comes down and this comes up and tucks in a little bit, I got to come in here and clean that out a little bit. So I'm going to come in here and just get this to roll right on around and up to here. I'll do that. Because I couldn't get everything when I was hogging out under here before on the last video. So I'm cleaning that out as best I can. Okay? So we do have this coming around, and it almost comes right up like this. See? Same as over here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. This needs to be rolled a little bit more, but we're going to do that with the pear in a minute. Now, this pawl here, I'm going to come in here and get that pawl raised up a little bit more. And then, I'm going to come over here, clean this up. So, this sort of sticks out about 1/8 of an inch from the top in. So if you don't have that, I go a little deeper, and then I blend the material away, going away from there. And what happens is, this leg stands out, okay? Now, it's all squared up. You have a hard edge here and a hard edge here. I'm going to soften that with this blend, okay? And then in here, I'm going to sort of roll that from the valley up. See if I can, I think I need to go a little deeper in here because it's not really exposing it correctly. Okay, I'm going to come in here, get my pointer, go this way. This is all on the line now. Then I'm going to sort of roll it out from the valley that I created up just a little bit. But here, it's going to step even higher. This thing really shows. Now, what I want to do is, this is cleared away. All this gets blended away. And then you have this coming up and over. But you generally end up with like an edge right here. So you have a thickness from here to here of about 1/8 of an inch from top to bottom. So I want to get a nice rollover like I did here. This is rounded over. It does have a flat spot in it here, but I want to try to get this to do the same thing. So what I do at this point in time is I go with the ruby pear, okay? And I come in here and I do this. I just come to the edge and I do a gentle roll over. I don't want to knock it down too much. I'm just trying to get it sort of rolling slightly. Now back in here, I don't want to get in there too much because here's where the flame tip does the job of rolling it out. This does the roll over, if you could get me, because that flame tends to dig sometimes. It gives you a great edge, but sometimes the bit can work against you. That's why I go with the pear. It's pear shape really is a lot more forgiving. So I use that to round over things. Same way I was saying to you here, this material, I see sort of like a little bit of an edge. You can see I have still an edge right here, but there's one over on this side. So I need to round the tail as it comes in just a little bit. And your eye will sort of tell you that as you see it. And you could just take a little bit off at a time. And that's the beauty part about ruby carvers. They don't cut as fast as diamond, and they're a little more forgiving, and it gives you a chance to shape things. Now, when I roll this, I'm rolling it from here to the center line. And I even go past the center line a little bit, but I want that rounded. And I'm doing the same thing going this way. It's not I do have a little bit of a flat right in this area, but then it rolls around, okay? And it's a little thicker in here, but you want to get rid of the squareness. Now, here's things that I did on the last one, on the last video. It still has edges here. So what I'm asking you to do, if I missed it before, I'm just going to come in and go right at that edge. And just roll it just slightly. You're not doing it heavy because the material is not that much to take out. You're just rounding things, and you let the bit do the work for you, and you're not leaning so hard, you know? It's not like we're taking a lot of material out. We're not. So I'm looking at this, and the one thing you want to keep in mind when you're doing this, and this goes for anything, even when you're doing birds. When you're trying to make something, I always use the center line as my guide. And whatever I've done on this side, I need to do on this side. And you can roll your thumb across. I feel like edges that I can feel. And I'm going to ask you to sort of do that yourself. You know, get your thumb and feel you got like an edge here. And then there's an edge here that needs to be rolled. Not a lot, but just enough to get the edges out of there. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm not pressing that hard. I just sort of rake it over slightly, but I'm not pressing hard. And that'll take it down. And you want to make sure that you're not getting so thin, you know, that it doesn't look right. You want to leave some thickness, and use your drawings as a guide. You can see it over in here. You can see it back in here. You know, when you're looking from the front to the back, that's basically what you're trying to mimic the pattern. Okay. Now, we still have edges here, so I'm going to come up here. I'm softening that edge just a little bit more. This is on that hind quarter. And I'm almost taking it where it's rolling up into a flat. And you can sort of see it. Maybe you can, and maybe you can't. I don't know. It's here. I'm moving that edge more and more towards the center here. But I'm doing it so gradually. And then if I see a hard edge back here, that means I didn't round it enough. And then I just, a gentle touch here now, and I'm rolling this. Okay. And I'm looking at this outside paw here, and I'm gingerly just touching that. Okay. I'm going to come inside here a little bit more to get this rounded over. Now, what we're going to do is a final thing that I'm going to tell you is we're going to have to sand this, because for those who just want to get it to this type here where it's just a smoothie, I call it, there's not any hair on it, and you want to shape it and paint it, that you just want to sand it out. And that's basically what we're trying to do. Now, the center line on this baby is still here. You know, always want to keep that as your reference. So you can look on this side from here to here and this side and see if you're similar, okay? That's the key, okay? We have this side done. Now, the other thing I had you do, we brought this face in a little bit. Now, from the last time, I remember I told you from the ear coming down, we had a line coming just short of the nose, okay? And that edge is out here, but here's the line here. So I got to bring this back. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to come in with the pear now, and I'm going to take this down. I don't want to go into the ear. Ear stops here, but outside of that line, all this up to this paw, I should say, I'm taking this down. I don't want to hit the nose. See how this was rounded over and the nose comes out here? I'm going to come and round this edge, but first I'm going to flatten it. Here we go. I'm going to flatten this down to that pencil line. I'm coming right across here. I'm watching that I don't hit the nose, and I'm flattening this out. The paw will stick out a little bit more as we get close to it. And this starts pulling in, okay? You got to get this. You don't want to hit the ear, but you can take a little bit right in here down. And if I put my finger here, I still got some, I'm not up to that pencil line yet. So I'm going to come in, take it down some more. Again, not trying to touch the ear line, and try to stay from it, and check myself out how far I'm in and down on that pencil line. I still got to go some. And I'm doing it gradually, so I'm staying in control. I could still see some more. And I'm almost up on the line, see? If I put my finger up there, I see a little bit of material there. And I want to plane this along that line, like that. Okay? And even up to the top without touching that ear line, which is right there. Okay? Now, a little bit more. Now, the other thing we did in here, on the other side, we're pretty much in. I have a little bit more I think I need to do down in here. Now, we also, when we drew this line in, we have a corresponding line on the underneath side. I don't know if I can show you that well, but what we did is we have, this came down here. I'm going to draw this again so you could see it. I may even come in with the pear a little bit more. Whatever the distance you have from here to here, you have from here to here. You got to make that the same. And then this comes out like this. This goes back on the underneath side now. This narrows in as well, but you can't hit the paw. So you got to stay away from this, and you got to take this material down. So I'm going to do that gingerly with the pear. I'm going to come in here. Be very careful not to reduce the paw to get it down to that line. And it's good to do it nice and slow. And I'm trying to get that slope right on down. If I didn't take material out before, I'm trying to get this tapering straight down. And now I'm still a little high back here. And when we came out from this leg here, we took it and we have a line that runs up here from the slope of that flame tip. I'm going to blend this away now, and I'm going to use the pear to soften that right here, just a little bit. And again, here's the ear line. I don't want to lose that, okay? And I don't want to lose this, so we keep that. So I'm going to come in between here and clean that out. Not a lot, just a little. And I'm going to come back behind the ear here a little bit. I'm going to undercut with the pear right up to that ear line, just a little bit. I still kept that line there, so I sort of made a little bit of a channel with the pear, and then I'm blending it out so it's rounding over. Okay, and then I roll this to the center line. Here's my center line. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it in again. You have this. You still have that going straight. I always keep the center line because my center lines are my guide. It has to, both sides have to be the same. Now, as I'm rolling things out, I see other edges down here, so I'm going to come in here with a pear and roll that up to the center line, maybe go past it just a little bit. And I'm going to do this side too, right here, and roll that around. And I'm going to come all the way up a little higher. And I think before I finish this back side, or back upper half of the mouth, I'm sort of rolling this around to the center line, okay? And when you're looking down on it, you want to make sure you have the same shape on both sides. I see a little bit of a, so when I look down, it's almost similar on both sides. It could be slightly off, but you got to be pretty close, okay? So this is starting to take shape, and I need to come in here, like I said before. I'm not hitting the ear line, just cleaning that out a little bit. So we're really starting to come together here. But the eye, as we did on this side, we came in and we put a channel in here, right through the eye. So that channel should be coming like this. It goes like this, and it comes down towards the nose. Not all the way down, but it just takes a lead like this, and it comes out off the back of the eye like this. Let me get that centered more. Boy, I'm trying to draw lines. I want to go to the middle of the eye and down, and the middle of the eye going back. It's like a little bit of an arc. Okay, like that. So I'm going to switch over. I'm jumping back and forth with these bits, and in this case, I'm looking for that, and you want to have this sticking out a little further so you can reach in without banging something. So I want to make a channel in here, so I'm going right on the pencil line, and I'm undercutting this. Maybe a 30-second or something like that. It isn't much. And I'm going right into that eye. Now, if you notice, and maybe you don't, this eye doesn't have the depth that it had before. So remember what we did is I get my ruby ball. Let me get that. I have one that is seems like it's seen better days. It's a ruby ball that I use. Excuse me. Which is this guy here, and this is millimeters. What? It's about 3. Just want to mention that I was running really long on the video, so I split it up. So if you see a break in the video, that's because the next video, when I publish it, will have the continuation of this. So I want to let you know that. And if anybody needs any catalogs or what, you can write to me or email me, I should say, and it's Rauscher, R-A-U-S-C-H-E-R, Frank, F-R-A-N-K, 7@gmail.com. And it's in the description of this video as well. So I can send you out a catalog. You can see the items I handle, plus the kits and feet, eyes, whatever you may need. So if you need anything, definitely contact me. And if you really enjoy the videos, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel and to give me a thumbs up. And if you have anybody that may be interested, if you could pass my information on, I greatly appreciate that too. And I thank you very much. And I'll see you on the next video.